Hi guys, today we have a very interesting topic. It is on perfect pitch debate. I know this is not ADHD, but since we might be able to develop it earlier or a bit later even, just like autistic people, this debate is worth listening to. So here we go. Introduction, the imbalance with perfect pitchers. Before I start this episode, I want to stress that I do not read things that are not in the scientific journals because they're wrong, and that's the reason why I'm making this episode. Often these resources are wrong, obviously. I'm going to show you a few examples in this episode. So, first of all, this is not a debate right now. Can people with perfect pitch be wrong? Because absolute listeners are capable of recognizing that a musical composition has been transposed from the original key, or that the pitch is being produced at a non-standard frequency, either sharp or flat. A musician with perfect pitch may become confused upon receiving tones believed to be the wrong or hearing. So what that means is that I tried it out also, and it doesn't work. When you are transposing, instead of playing on an acoustic piano or violin, or not violin, you can actually tune violin to anything, on the actual acoustic piano, you develop that perfect pitch according to the actual note. So when you're now transposing, which is the functionality with all these electron pianos these days, you can transpose everything, and therefore you might lose your perfect pitch. For me, I get it, it fucks me up. It really, really fucks me up because I try to transpose it, not transpose it, and then I need to manually transpose it, because when you turn a digital acoustic analog into digital, it's either a half note down or a one whole note down, and I can distinguish that difference, and that means that it's one of the true perfect pitch signals or perfect pitch superpowers. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so here's the contradiction, or is it wrong information? I think it's both. People ask about a thing called perfect pitch. Confusion about this phenomenon is so rampant that confusion, first of all, the author shouldn't even say confusion, because I don't think he has perfect pitch at all. Contradicts itself on Wikipedia in the first two paragraphs, which he quote here for reference. Absolute pitch, often called perfect pitch, is the rare ability of a person to identify or recreate a given musical note. The frequency of AP generally population is not known. A proportion of 1 in 10,000 is widely reported, but not supported by the evidence. A 2019 review indicated a prevalence of at least 4% among music students. As you can see, this thing called perfect pitch is supposedly a rare ability, but nobody actually knows how common it is. Well, fuck you. There is no evidence for any 0.01% frequency claims. Well, that's because you haven't been reading scientific journals over the past 10 years or 20 years. The best available data suggests that at least 1 in 25 music students actually have this skill. No, it's 1 in 10 to 15, 1 in 20,000 on multiple research. 1 in 25 isn't a large number, but it's far from rare. Well, fuck you too. It's a portrait of how phenomenon generally seen and understood. That some Wikipedia article is one of the more coherent accounts. Okay. Yet, not necessarily complete or incoherent as a description of the phenomenon itself. For example, listen to this. It draws a distinction between AP possessors and others who have merely learned some or all of the skills associated with AP. First of all, AP is not a skill, okay? And you don't learn AP. It just comes to you naturally, okay? Yet it provides no explanation of how these sets of individuals apart, or even any account of why we should believe there is really a difference between them. Are you kidding me? Do you really think this person knows anything at all about perfect pitch? Example of the wrong information again. Okay, answer. I didn't answer. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. So, the question is it true perfect pitch on its own could be a handicap, because such people would be unable to recognize a tune in the wrong key and unable to transpose by ear when singing? I also have a problem with that question. Are these people who have perfect pitch only and have no sense of relative pitch whatsoever? That is the wrong question. Perfect pitch and relative pitch is somewhat related, but they are completely different. How does it affect their musical appreciation ability? Okay, whatever. Answer. I don't see any disagreement. Presumably, you can internalize any jingle bell either as a series of specific frequencies, which is absolute pitch, or as a series of intervals starting from any arbitrary point. What? If you are actually starting from any arbitrary point, it's not relative pitch, it's perfect pitch. Like, who wrote this stuff, you know? For reading, when I kept going, it's not bad. For reading, when I use relative pitch only, this writer says, a musical C, I read a fingering of a piano key. If the sound comes out in different pitch, I won't even notice, of course, because there we go. He just proved he doesn't have perfect pitch. Someone using absolute pitch could be somebody react to a written pitch being different than the sound because they have internalized that middle C is 261.6 hertz. What? Like, look up decibel and hertz definition. And then you play a middle C and you play a higher C and lower C and see the frequency the same. This is ridiculous. Anyways, hope you guys understand. This is a funny episode because I get pissed when people giving wrong information to people online. So, you know what? I will keep looking for the perfect pitch because they are related to ADHD. You can develop your kid. And, yeah. Anyways, that's it.